Are you in a season where you feel like intimacy is more like something that you have on your schedule than something that you really desire? I'm Danny. This is Daniel. Welcome back to Marriage Minutes. So, what do you do when intimacy feels scheduled instead of desired?
First thing we want to say is there is nothing wrong with scheduling intimacy. Life gets busy, and this is an area of your life, the area of your marriage that you don't want to let fall through the cracks. So, if that's the season, like schedule it for sure. But the first thing is build that emotional intimacy outside of the bedroom. That is something that we should all be intentional about on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think that's especially important to wives.
The next thing is reduce pressure and increase communication. So we
Mhm.
are always saying have a high level of communication. And this can be a sensitive area, but if you're not talking about it, that just makes it harder to talk about. So rip it off like a band-aid, have a conversation, and maybe schedule a conversation to have every single week, checking in with where each other are at as far as schedules, desires, all the things, and so that you're having a high level of communication. And that's going to remove the awkwardness from
Yeah,
it, remove
yeah,
the uncomfortability from it. But
yeah.
what you don't want to do is have this system of pressure and this attitude of pressure, and that will fall by the wayside with more communication.
Yeah, the reason that it's awkward to talk about is because you're not talking about it.
Right.
And the more you talk about it, the less awkward it's going to feel to talk about.
Lastly, make time for affection without any kind of expectation that it's going to lead somewhere. And I think this is an
Hmm.
important point for us men
Yeah.
is that we should be intentional daily in being affectionate with our wives without an expectation of it going somewhere. So if it's been a long time, say weeks since you've showed affection outside of the bedroom, that's something that you have to like do a heart check on because for sure there's not going to be affection inside of the bedroom if there's no affection outside of the bedroom. So all these things, like there's so many different nuances that we can go into, but this is called marriage minutes, not marriage hours. So these are three things that you can start putting into practice right now to improve this area of your marriage. So that's all we have. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.